Mayor Chris Bollwage. I'd like to welcome all of you to a special edition of Our City, where I'm going to be joined by the cast of Sister Act, produced by the Liberty Players under the direction of Miss Hicks here at Jefferson House. And if any residents want to visit our social media sites or any of our accounts to get more information on this play or anything else going around the city of Elizabeth, or just call our public information office at 908-820-4124. So I'm now going to talk about the play. And first, who's going to talk to us about the play? You're first?
I guess I am.
What's your name?
My name is Natalia Ocampo.
Okay, what role do you play, Natalia?
I play Mother Superior alongside my counterpart, Eliana Gonzalez, as well. Just wanted to put her name out there.
Okay.
Yes.
Tell us about your work on the play here.
Oh, well, I guess, my work on the play. Like I said, I do play Mother Superior, so I, am on stage basically almost all the time. And I work alongside these beautiful people who are doing a fantastic job singing their butts off, and they are doing amazing work. And it's just such a fun musical with beautiful messages of transformation.
So in the movie, who played Mother Superior in the movie?
I don't. Maggie Smith.
Maggie Smith.
I didn't know
You're
that.
good.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
And Whoopi Goldberg was
Whoopi Goldberg was Dolores.
Right.
Yes.
She was they were hiding from the mob, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I guess like a summary of the musical without giving any spoilers, so that way if people can come watch it. So it starts off with, Dolores, and she wants to be a big star. She wants to make it big in the city, and she is working at a nightclub under a man named Curtis. He's not a good man. He's not a good man. So she ends up witnessing something that she shouldn't, and she has to go to the police, and they have to hide her in a convent. So you have to follow her life as she tries to lead a life of grace as a nun while she doesn't want to do that. Yeah.
Miss Hicks, you're the director of this play.
Yes.
How did you go about picking Sister Act for this year's production?
Well, to be honest, since we are in a school with a whole lot of girls.
Oh, really? A lot of girls in this?
A whole lot of girls.
Sorry,
a whole lot
guys.
of talented girls, right? The first thing that I needed to think about was, how do I serve the population of kids that we have? And I said, what show can we do that we haven't done already that can allow for a whole lot of girls? And Sister Act was like, bing.
Oh, yeah.
So that was the first reason why I chose it. I knew that it would give a lot of my students an opportunity to be in it. But then after I chose it, I realized when I read it again, because I hadn't seen the movie in so long, but I actually read the musical, which is an adaptation. It's not exactly like the movie. Some of the storylines are a little different. And then I started picking up on messages that just didn't dawn on me when I was younger watching the movie. So once I discovered that, I was like, oh yeah, we have the right amount of girls to play the nun parts. We have the great singers. There's a lot of beautiful singing. I knew we had the voices to do it. And we have the guys to play.
The mobsters.
Oh yeah. And I knew we had a great group of people to do that too. So the cast just fit.
What came first, the play or the movie? Do you know?
Oh, the movie.
The movie
Definitely.
came first.
Definitely.
And the play.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the play was adapted afterwards. And a lot of people are confused about which, is it the first Sister Act or the second? It's not based on the one with Lauryn Hill, unfortunately, right? Because they have all the really cool songs. But it is based on Sister Act Part 1.
Okay. Okay. So you want to go through what auditioned part? What are you guys before I get to the young ladies? Who's going to go first? What did you audition for?
I auditioned for the role of Eddie Sutherland. He's not in the movie, but he's funny.
He's not in the movie. Yes, he is.
No, but he's not Eddie.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Tell us about the role, though, before we go to
I'm
you.
going to take the mic from him. I also play Eddie Souther. This is my double cast. Eddie is in the movie, right? Johnny, who does he play? Who's played by him?
Oh, you're the actor.
I know the actor.
All right.
On the spot, ladies.
All right, so we do know the actor totally. What made us audition for? Okay, well, I auditioned for this role because he made me audition for this role. He knew that we were doing Sister Act before I did, and I totally knew nothing about the show before I auditioned. So I was like, "Hey, Jaden, who shall I audition for?" And he responded with, "Let me tell you," and that's how I got here.
I auditioned for Curtis Jackson, the villain, because everyone told me I should have, and I kind of like the movie too. My mom loves the movie. She showed it to me when I was like a young kid. But yeah.
So you guys, Eddie's who's Eddie? What is he in the movie?
He plays the cop that that saves Dolores.
Okay, he plays cop, and Curtis is the bad guy. You said right? He's not a. You said not a nice man is the way you said it, right?
At all.
Let me get to the ladies over here. What theme or message? I probably hit some buttons I shouldn't. What theme or message do you hope the audiences will receive after you watch this?
So, hi, I'm
Hi, what's your name?
Melanie.
Melanie, and you're playing Dolores. Okay.
And why, for me personally,
Now, Dolores is Whoopi Goldberg, right?
yeah.
Okay, good.
And it's today for Dolores. She starts off as a pop star, and she reveals that, and it gets kind of deep. She reveals that she did have a father, and she's like, then like her father left her, and so that leaves a person with a lot of and leaves a person with like something they're not there for this, something that was present for her that everybody should have, and so it leaves her with a lot of emptiness, and she's trying to fill that void with popularity and try her to be famous. So she tries to be famous, and it is Curtis that's gonna make her famous, but he actually did that. He's a liar.
Curtis.
So, yeah. So then towards the end of the musical, she finds people that actually love her for her and not for her fame and not the her facade is. They let her copy she in, even if she does lie to the full content, but they still accept her.
Nothing like lying in a convent, huh, Melanie?
But they still accept her, even though that is against what nuns believe in for that city.
So let me ask you, do you think they accepted her because of her talent or because of her as a person?
For her, the person.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Good answer. I probably would have picked the talent, figuring, because none of those nuns had any talent, right?
Well,
Go ahead, tell me about that.
Well, that convent, like when it opens up, the nuns, they don't sing very well. They're just very low and have nothing. But when Dolores goes in and she does her thing, because she loves to sing, she loves to be amazing, and she just pours all that energy out on the nun. And like all the other characters, like Sister Mary Robert, there's Sister Mary Patrick, and Sister Mary Lazarus, like they all just come together and they turn into this super amazing convent. And then that's when people start coming to the church more. And it's just like a really good experience.
What's your name?
My name is Brianna.
Brianna, would you pass it to Journey?
Oh, okay.
Tell me what you think of some of these questions, whether you would, the emotions, the thoughts, what other people are going to get out of this, and what role do you play?
I play Dolores.
Okay.
I think the show is just a good time.
But I want to hear that. Yeah.
I think it's just really fun. The music is great and like exciting and a lot of energy, and that's why I feel like Dolores was like it was a good thing that she came to the convent, because not only did they help each other, but I feel like she definitely brought life to the church and life to the convent. Like they were about to shut down, like they were losing money. It was not looking good, and then she came in and she helped the choir, and like she kind of built the church up a little bit, and yeah, I think it was really great.
So at the end, the Pope shows up, right? Is there anybody play?
You
I could have been the Pope. There, see, I like her. I still open. I can be the Pope. I like you. So is the Pope part? The Pope's not part of this show. Oh, the Pope is.
He makes an appearance at the very end. Hint, hint.
Ah, hint, hint. Okay. I'm going to be in Florida though. So, do you think Dolores would have made a good nun in real life?
maybe not to start, but I think
while she was there, she learned and she realized like why it was so important to them, and she kind of gained more like values, and she saw things from a different point of view. Yeah, I didn't was that cool. Yeah,
What's that? What's 5512?
where's Rick? I don't know.
You going to explain 5512 or no?
It's a quote.
I have to come watch the show. Miss Hicks,
Yeah.
what strategies did you use to employ during rehearsals to help the students develop their characters and also build confidence on stage?
Oh, that's good. Well, I like to lead by asking questions. I never really like to give them what I think they should be doing. I like them to discover. So one of the strategies that I use is to ask them about how they feel about moments, how they feel about their character's growth, how they feel about relationships. And then I'd help them to navigate by using the text to navigate what that response looks like from the script. So that's really what I do, aside from making sure that I always start with saying you got to have fun. If you're not having a good time, then there's something wrong with that. But helping them to discover on their own the importance behind these characters, and just reminding them that even though it is a comedy, there is still a lot of meat and depth into what these scenes are about. But yeah, that's pretty much what it is. And after asking them enough questions, they start to ask their own questions.
So the students have to balance their time, right, with academics, rehearsals, extracurricular. How do you balance your time?
Oh, but how much time do you have?
I know. I was just gonna say you have a home life too. How do you balance all this? It's got to be tough.
I'm getting better at that.
Okay. Is that a struggle for you?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I have a 4, soon to be 5-year-old this week. So I have a 5-year-old and a 15-year-old. So it does take a lot. I think what I did this year was I trust my instinct. For directors never feel like it's enough time. So we try to steal all the time that we can, right? But I think what I tried to do this year was to say the schedule we have is enough. And
Good.
what we're going to get accomplished, it will be enough, right? So I'm leading with enough to allow myself to go home and not worry about things. But also the kids are making it easy because they're doing the work. So I'll show up and I go, oh.
Let's see how these guys balance their time. How do you guys? Miss Hicks gave her answer. How do you guys do it?
So, I make sure that I'm using my time wisely during rehearsal to make sure that I'm getting my work done for the show and my work done for the school. So I'm making sure I'm keeping that balance between getting my grades up and getting my character up.
Good. So your character is the cop, right? And you're responsible for protecting Dolores, right? Yeah, Whoopi, right? Yeah. So, how do you go about making sure that happens during the play?
Like Eddie, how does
Eddie, yeah.
I make
And what inner strength do you pull into the safety routine?
I come up with an amazing idea when I hear that Dolores has to go into hiding, and I decide, why don't I send her to a convent full of nuns so that Curtis will never think, oh, that like Dolores is there.
Because Dolores just doesn't have the character or the qualities of a nun.
Absolutely.
Right.
So that's what I thought. So I was like, it was a perfect disguise for her. Curtis would never think she was dead.
Curtis, let me hear from you. You figured it out, right?
Man, she kept trying to be in a show out. She kept showing out. She was all up on the news, and I just noticed it right there, right when I was looking for it. Yeah, it was easy to find.
Now, this is more of a personal question. Did you grow your hair for this role as Curtis, or is that the way you prefer to look?
I was trying to get locks for the show.
You were.
Not for the show, but I was just getting locks in general. And they wanted me to rock the afro. I've been rocking the afro for like many years. I wanted to end it, but I'll let it rock.
You're going to let it ride for the show. Because you might get a return engagement somewhere at some point, right? So, as Curtis and as the cop, how did your dialogue go back and forth with your buddies here? Did you know each other before you did the show?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I met this man freshman year, science class, first period, pain in the butt, man. Always talking to me, but I really love him. Him, I've known him since 8th grade. I used to come to the parties.
High school dances back in
Oh.
8th grade. I met this guy.
Back in '83?
No.
Oh, I thought you said. Oh, 8th grade. Yeah. I just gonna say, yeah.
I used to sleep in these tough times.
I think it's important too to know that Eddie and Curtis are both love interests. I think that's also slightly different from the movie, where Eddie really does love Dolores. So he's also leading out of love for her, which makes that dynamic between Curtis and Eddie interesting.
Right.
Yeah, because did Curtis love Dolores or just Curtis used Dolores?
Curtis had a wife.
Yeah,
Curtis had a wife?
Curtis has a wife.
Yeah.
I had
Surely.
The wife or Dolores?
both.
Both. That's hard. It's hard. If you could play another role, what would you do, Curtis?
No.
Would you play Dolores?
Maybe.
Maybe, right?
Another role in the
Another Dolores.
Yeah.
I wanted to be Dolores. She let me be Dolores.
See, let you be Dolores. Imagine that, yeah. What scene was the most fun?
The funnest scene would probably be definitely
My soul. I feel like it's
I love it. You kind of get to see like a fun side of Curtis, but he's still like showing that he's sharp and he's always 2 steps ahead of people. And he's always controlling somebody. He's always trying to find his way to get to something. He's always making sure he's on top.
What about you guys that played Eddie? What was your most fun scene?
Not to be biased, but I would also say I was. Not only because I'm biased, but it was a really challenging song for me.
What was your song?
The title is "I Could Be That Guy."
Okay.
It's Eddie's like in a dialogue about his feelings for Dolores and how condition can be better for her. And for me personally, that song was really challenging vocally because we kind of had similar voice ranges, but his voice is a little higher than mine. So pushing myself to make that performance worth seeing was difficult for me, but I think I got that.
Okay. How about you?
I would say the same thing, and it's a really challenging scene, honestly, but I love it still. Like, we face a different challenge when we trying to get into the character of Eddie, because I need to find like how I relate to the song, and you're getting into character pushing like what I need to push as a character, like in this fun.
We're going to ask the young ladies some closing comments too. So, your most fun part of the script?
I'm biased too. I like the song.
What song?
Raise Your Voice.
Yes.
Because same. Yeah, so all the voices, Raise Your Voice, because it's such a frantic song. You're getting the nuns trying to sing well. Because
What about the last song?
Spread Your Love Around?
No, with the Pope there. With the
Yes. Spread Your Love Around.
That's it? Yeah.
We're just only learning that song.
Oh, okay.
Well, Raise Your Voice is a crazy song that she gets to let go and rip off and do whatever she wants, and along with it's just so fun because we're now having fun because we kind of push the nuns to have fun too because they're all just so soft and nice stuff. Oh, with Jesus, and it's like okay, we'll like go and have fun with Jesus too.
Yeah, and then you can see all the nuns there. So you special out. Like there's this one character, her name is Sister Mary Robert, which is actually Sister Spaniel as well as the girl Juliet. And like she's very conservative and she doesn't sing, and she said that Mother Superior said she shouldn't sing out, but Dolores really pushes her to be better. And in the song, she like just starts singing, and then all the nuns they start busting out their moves, and we're all dancing, and it's just a really fun song because we're all just like playing off each other.
Sister Mary Robert is that really meek woman, right?
Yeah.
Very quiet.
She's a postulate. She's not a nun yet, so she's not gonna look like
Well, that's right. She's just learning to be a nun. Yeah.
It's
None of you ladies are going to be nuns after this, are you?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so. Okay. Tell us about your most challenging role
Most challenging?
or favorite.
Well, my most challenging, it's probably have to be the first two numbers, the opening number and
What is the opening number?
The opening number is called "Take Me to Heaven." It's Dolores and her backup singers, and it's just a lot. Like you're singing, you're dancing. Like,
But is she in the convent at that time?
no,
She's not there yet. Okay.
yeah. Audition when she's auditioning for 36 Love, and it's just a lot vocally, and then you gotta dance, and then we also play the backup dance. Yeah,
You do too. You do all that.
So
Yeah.
we only have one night, but when Journey's up as Dolores, we're her backup dancers. When she's up, we're her backup dancers. When I'm up there, my backup dancers. So she's got a lot going on. And it's crazy, but it's fun. But like, you really gotta lock in. Yes. Yeah, and then the second number is "Fabulous Baby," and vocally, that song lyrically. Yeah.
So we opened up the show with Mother Superior. We might as well close it with Mother Superior. So Mother Superior, you have a nice smile, but you're a mean person in the play, right?
Yes.
So how do you hide that smile you're showing me from the audience? How do you do that?
It's really fun playing like a mean person on stage.
Oh, you enjoy it. Oh.
Because typically I do tend to be, I feel like I'm nice to everybody, yes, everything. I'm always smiling like at all times. But my role, I'm very sarcastic. So I can still smile, but it's not under the same guise that I do in real life. So I'm very I like getting into a role, and like with Dolores, like I love the way that I can bounce off with these girls and like their energy that they give me. I feel like it's just so easy to work with them. And they make it easy for me to stage there too. And good to you. And I appreciate them for that.
So I know all of you got out of school for a little bit here today, but I got to tell you, I had the most fun talking with all of you and seeing Miss Hicks. So I really thank you for sharing this with me. And I hope Miss Hicks is going to send me the live stream or the tape, and I'm going to be able to watch it in my office. Okay? So thank you.
Thank
So this is Mayor Chris Bollwage. I want to thank, first of all, Director Miss Hicks. I want to thank Director Miss Hicks for her leadership in working with these young people and the Liberty Players in their performance of Sister Act to be seen here at Jefferson House. Stay with us. We'll see you again next week on another edition of Our City.